Hello folks, this is your professor Alexandria LaFaye, and this is English 348 Contemporary Literary Visions. I want to give you a quick overview of the class. First of all, in the news, there's a welcome note from me. There is also a post on talking about difference and the etiquette involved. We'll be reading literary texts from lots of cultural backgrounds, so I want to make sure we all have the same ground rules for talking about difference. There's also a post from the folks who run D2L, an introductory quiz, and a few other materials you may need to know. If at any point you'd like to connect with me, you can do so by going to the Communication tab. You can click on the class list. I am listed there, or through the email link. Speaking of email, mine is alexandria.lafay@greenville.edu. If you're wondering how to spell that, this will give it away. Oh, actually, that won't show up while you're signed in, but this is how you spell my name, and it's also at the top of your syllabus. Speaking of the syllabus, you'll find that under content. But going back to emailing me, I'd like to point out that I do keep business hours. That's because in addition to being a professor, I'm also a mom. So between 5 p.m. and 9 a.m. the next morning, I'm on mom duty. So I will not reply to emails sent at night. So I recommend you make use of the class list and email your classmates if you have questions that need to be answered before 9 the next morning. I also teach 3 other classes, so I may not be immediately available on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because I am teaching. Now on to the course materials. Under content, you will find the syllabus. There is also a weekly schedule that goes through the things that we're going to be doing and when they are due. The introductions is an opening discussion where we can each introduce ourselves and talk about why we're in this class and what our academic and professional goals are. Then there's a video about cultural studies, which is the critical lens we'll be using throughout this class. So I'd like you to look at, before you watch this video, I'd like you to look at the discussion topic and everything that's entailed there. There's a look at critical reading of poetry. If you haven't done a lot of that recently, that'll help you out. But what I'd like you to do is read the poem Socratic and think about it. Then watch the video on the Introduction to Cultural Studies and comment on how your view of the poem may or may not have changed as a result of looking at what cultural studies is and how it works. That's the basics for the start of class. But know that you'll make an initial post. You'll read and respond to at least 2 classmates. Since we have such a small number, I'd encourage you to read and respond to everyone if you can. And if you get any responses to your initial post, you need to reply to them by the time the discussion closes on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Well, that's a basic overview of our class. If you need to go back to the home page, you can just do that from Course Home under Course Materials. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm here to help and glad to do it. I look forward to working with you this semester. Let's have a great class together. Thank you. This is Alexandria LaFaye signing off.